Hello. Well, this reading is for Jessica, and Jessica has. By the way, we're going to use the Morgan Greer tarot, and Jessica has some questions. She's got like three questions, and they're regarding her job. Is her job about finance? She also has some court problems going on. She also wanted to throw in some relationship concerns in there as well. So we've got job, and then of course her finances in particular. So we got a whole range of questions that we're asking here. And so instead of focusing on one particular subject here, we're going to do a 10 card layout, and we're going to let the cards tell us what they want to talk about. Maybe they want to talk about all three things. Maybe they just want to talk about one thing. So we're going to let the cards tell us. We'll get a feel for what the cards have to say. I've already shuffled the cards, and I'm cutting them, and let's see what we can come up with. See if we can help Jessica out here, okay? This happens to be the influence that is going on in your life right now. This is what crosses it. This is below it. This is behind you. This is above you. This is before you. This is you. This is your surroundings. This is your hopes and fears. And that happens to be your outcome. Excuse me. Okay. First, I want to say and tell you about some of the cards we have here. We've got 5 major arcana. We have a court card. We have an ace. We got some cups. We have some pentacles. We have some wands. And so, I just want to say, we don't have any swords. We've got a sword here, but he's in the Emperor card. So already I'm seeing that your situations aren't really, they shouldn't be really stressful right now. That things can only turn out for the better. Let's just say that, for instance, because they're not going to get worse than they are right now. You know, you're going to get over some of these things, and of course then later on we'll have some more bad things to deal with. But right now, things aren't looking too bad for you. Let's start off with the first card, which is the Strength card. And it means having strength in everything that you do, having the ability to see who you are. And the Strength card really talks about having strength in different ways, not necessarily being strong. Although I am already getting some strong cards going on, But what crosses you for good or bad is the Hierophant card, and that card tells me that there are things that are limiting you because you feel that this is the way that you're supposed to do things, that you are have been told how things happen, and it's kind of like it's about traditions, and it's about uh, the way that we experience things. Sometimes we feel like this is the way we should do it because that's what everybody says. This is how everybody says it should be done. And that sometimes isn't necessarily the case, especially when it's crossing you. It's not letting you out. You need to be a little bit more open to different ways of doing things, maybe a non traditional way of doing things. Okay? It is also a card about learning. So there are some things that you might need to study and work on and learn on before you kind of move forward with the strength that you're going to need with these different things. Because I kind of think that they all kind of relate in some way. It's all kind of like if you solve one problem, you're probably going to solve another problem. And if you solve those two problems, you're going to you're going to solve the other problem, and everything's going to be better for you. And also, I just want to mention that strength sometimes means kill with kindness. Sometimes, you get the flies with the honey, or the bears with the honey, or whatever. You need to maybe approach things in a nicer, kinder way. It looks to me like there is you might want to approach things in a different way, a more I don't want to say concerning way, but a way that others understand. So it's also about taming the animal instincts within you as well. So it's all about having a certain control over yourself and not letting yourself get so um, um, kind of like it, not so much exposing yourself. Uh, be a little bit more, and then here we have again this card, which says be a little bit more traditional. So like when I say, um, you need to work outside of the box. You also need to um, work in the confinements of who you're dealing with. It seems to me like I'm getting this. You need to deal with people on their level and on their experience and on their knowledge. Okay. I hope that's all making sense because we could work on this for a while here, but let's go down here to your foundation and your subconscious level and things that you um, well, this card kind of tells me a little bit about you and about your situation. And it is the Empress card. And the Empress is the um, goddess mother. She is the goddess of all. She is the female energy within the earth. And what I mean by that is that it's telling me that it's a mother card. It is the ultimate mother card. So being a mother is very important to you also, okay? So this might have something to do a little bit with your relationship um, um, concerns, that you um, have this innate quality to be a mother. So the mother aspect of your reading is working into this as well. That it is a part of you, and it is um, a part that you cannot deny or you cannot turn your back on. And not only because you're a mother, but it's also a part of you. So it would you're not the type of person that can give up that part of your life easily. And what I mean by give it up is, I mean, put all your focus into a job or put all your focus into something else, because this is really a part of you. And so that's something that you not only you have to accept because you are a mother, but also because that is a part of your personality as well. Okay, so you can't deny that part of your personality. She's also the Empress is very strong energy. It's a growing energy. It also tells me that you're very capable of getting things started and getting them to grow and bud into something bigger. Okay. This card is about influences that are sort of leaving your life, that are in your life, but it's not going to be as strong influence. And it is a King of Wands or Rods. And it is court cards are a lot of things, or they can be a lot of things. They can be people, they can be the energy of the card, and they can also mean things that maybe you need to be. It could even if it be a part of you as well. And the King of Wands is a very likable person. You know, he's a pretty good father. He is he's kind of like an all kind of man. He's a man of men, or he is a likable person. He is smart, intelligent. He's probably a person that is successful. He is an all around. People like him. He is really a good guy, and so it's telling me that this person is probably not is going to be in your life as he was or he is. He's not going to play as an important role as he has in your past. Okay. And we might need to draw a few more cards on him afterwards just to see who he is. But, sometimes I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on the past card, because the past card is kind of leaving us. And so, but we can if we feel like we have to. Now, up here, this card is the conscious level. This card is about things that we know about, or how this is a possibility of what can happen. It is a may or may not card, okay? But it is showing me that the Emperor, okay, so now we've got the Empress and we've got the Emperor, okay? And you would think that they go together, but I'm not quite sure if they go together yet. Something tells me that they don't, because they're both powerful images and they're both opposites. Of course, she's very feminine energy and he is the male energy. He is authority. He's about authority. He is about control. He's about it could mean a boss coming into your life. It can actually mean a corporation. It's kind of like a corporation card where there's authority. There's something over you that controls you. Okay, so that energy is coming through, and I'm getting like, okay, so now we have to decide Um, which is it going to be? Is it going to be the mother energy or the father energy? Okay. So that's something that we've got to think about. Um, okay. So then I have over here, I have the your future, your what is maybe not has it might have already started, or it's going to start, and it is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is always good to see, especially when your question regards finances or job, because I can say honestly, yes and yes, okay? Yes and yes. There are good offerings coming towards you. There is going to be more finances. Finances look good. If it has to do with a job, I could say, yes, that looks good as well. You may not be happy with some of the parts of the job, but it is a part of the job, and that's just something that you're going to have to accept. Also, I see this card, which means that you're going to have to probably mold and um, sort of um, mold yourself to what they expect out of you, not necessarily what you are capable of. Lee's here. He just drove up in the car. Anyway, so yes, I can honestly say, of course, the cards are telling me to tell you, yes, the prospects right now look very good for your near future. So, job looks good. Finances look good. Your relationship's also in there, and so I can't necessarily, because we don't have a lot of cups. Cups are about relationship. This reading is really kind of focused on your energy, job prospects, and your finances, okay? The court is not coming through very well, I don't think. But we can go on and see. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands tells me that as far as you feel about this situation and how you connect with this situation is the fact that you really feel a little, you kind of feel that, okay, this card is all about preparing for being through some stuff, whatever stuff you've been through, being through it, and it has kind of made you stronger, and you're able to now carry on again. And it's kind of a preparedness card. It also talks about being prepared, being building your strength. And here we are back again at the strength card. Building your strength, preparing. I see you preparing for something, getting all your ducks in a row. That's what that card means. It means being strong again and being able to prepare yourself so that you can deal with things that are going to be coming. Okay? Now, hello, devil. We have the devil card, okay? And it happens to be in your surroundings position. And that's all about people that are around you, your friends and your family, your associates, whoever you deal with in the job, maybe, people that you deal with, who you're dealing with your job or job prospects or whatever. Sometimes it's about, how they feel about you. But the devil card talks about things that aren't necessarily good for us all the time. It can mean addictions. It can mean alcoholism. It can mean addictions. It can mean, things as simple as a shopaholic, okay? That those things you need to maybe um, try to not focus on as much as, you know, I guess it tells me that you need to, and that's not all that the devil card means, okay? It's not just about addictions and stuff like that. It's about things that we enjoy that aren't necessarily good for us. And sometimes it's about being trapped. And always remember, now this card doesn't necessarily show it, but in other devil cards, it will show the lovers and they will be chained to the devil. And you can tell that the chains are not really tight on them and that they're easily taken off. So it's kind of like a place in our life where we feel like we're a victim to or we are a slave to, but in actuality it's just us that is doing that. Now, having said that, it is about your surroundings, and I feel that that there are some people around you that might hinder you and not give you the courage that you need to deal with your problems, okay? And I'm not saying to avoid those people, but I'm just saying that those people are around you and that um, don't take them um, to heart, okay? Don't take them as seriously as you've probably been taking them. That you do need to let them go and try not to try not to let them. Um, don't listen to them, okay? Don't listen to them, especially if they're being negative towards you. You really don't need that focus right now, okay? You really need to focus your attention on you and not so much your family, friends, and your co-workers, blah blah blah. Okay. I could say that it might have something to do with this guy because um, if in fact you're not letting them get to you, or you haven't been listening to you, then that's maybe why he is in the past and he is fading out right now. That maybe he has been giving you, something tells me that it might have been him that has been giving you a little bit of stress. It's the King of Rods could be a father figure. It could be a boss. It could be um, you know, a man in your life. Okay, probably if it was connected to him, it would probably be a negative person. Okay, and I'm not saying that he's connected, but since he is here, and since that is here, I feel that there's a little bit of connection there. Okay. Now, let's go here. Hopes and fears. That's kind of a hard card position to explain sometimes to people. Sometimes it is the advice card. Sometimes I call it a wild card. I call it message from spirit card. So, I call it whatever I want to at this particular moment. So, I'm just going to tell you what this card means. And what it means is that sometimes we don't always see what is in front of us. Okay? Sometimes we don't see what's being offered to us. Sometimes we're being offered something and we don't really know it. Okay? Sometimes we need to wake up a little bit and say, okay. It also kind of explains how um, we don't always know that what all we have. Okay, well, um, not necessarily. It doesn't mean that, but kind of it does. But I would say that right now it would mean to take whatever help you can get, okay, right now, and pay attention to it also. It is also a card about feeling sorry for yourself and not um, paying attention to you're kind of it sometimes it shows a person that is sort of um, um, what's the word? Um, I'm sorry, I'm listening to the music and I'm blanking out. It it's a card that tells about a person that is um, lethargic, that's kind of wants to maybe um, not, feeling kind of feeling sorry for yourself. And so, if that would be a hopes and fears, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of a feeling of feeling sorry for yourself, and sometimes it looks like you might want to lapse into that feeling sometimes, and it really scares you that you sometimes get in that mood, and um, these two cards here show me that, and it's also cups, which is about emotions. So this kind of affects your emotions sometimes. It shows me that you're a little depressed. And that, so when we look at these two cards together, it shows me that there's a little bit of strife, that you do feel at times that you're struggling, and you struggle not only with your life and your jobs and different things like that, but you also struggle with your emotions as well. So um, you definitely don't need people to enhance that. Okay, you want to stay away from people that enhance that feeling that you get. So then we're going to move to our outcome card, and I don't like to call it outcome, but that's what it's called, and so that's what we're going to call it. It is the outcome card, and it's the Seven of Pentacles. And again, it's about finances, and it's about planting the seed and then watching it grow. It shows that you are able to let it grow and let it, it shows me that you are a hard worker, especially when it comes to money, and that you sometimes need to have a little bit of patience to see where it's going to go, how it's going to expand. It is somewhat of an investment card as well. I have to say that. And I know that you are considering a job in finance somehow. So here we have, right here in our outcome cards and our future cards, we have finance, investments. We have good outlook in your immediate future about a good job prospect and about finance prospect. So these two cards really work good together. It shows me that you really have the ability to do this finance situation. Okay, absolutely. And then we've got the Emperor card, which tells me that there is probably some type of business involved in this endeavor as well. And it also, this is about I don't want to say corporation because it's not a corporation card, but I do see rules and regulations that you have to follow. Okay, and so this is kind of information that I kind of know about, but I'm just telling you what the cards are telling me, that it really looks good, except for your except for that. Okay. Okay, there we go. And here comes Lee, so I'm going to have to go. Okay? So I hope that helped. Goodbye.